All right, we have Benny here for his final recap. Still this week, we started by warming him up with charging the clicker. He knows at this point what that click means. So we didn't have to charge it as many times as we had the last few weeks. It's really just a warm up. Hi, buddy. Good boy. Good job, sir. Continuing to practice having him follow those food lures. So showing him some food, taking a few steps. Good job, sir. I have been practicing following the food lure in what we call heel position. So showing Benny food and then bringing him at my side and having him walk next to me. Good boy, buddy. Benny! And again, continuing to practice following that food lure paired with his name. Ready, buddy? Get it. Benny! Good boy. And then trying really hard to make sure that I'm not clicking when Benny has any paws off the ground, and make sure that I don't feed him when those paws are off the ground. Benny! Good boy, sir. Benny! Good job, bud. I know, you're so excited. Ready? Get it. Benny! Good boy. And then a quick reminder that you guys do get a courtesy Zoom with this program. So make sure that once Benny, get it, is home with you guys for a week or so, get online to get that Zoom scheduled. Hi, buddy. All right, what are we gonna do next? Good boy. All right, and then with our hand targets this week, continuing to practice those. I'm gonna warm him up with one with food. Touch. Good. Touch. Good job, Benny. So then we're doing it without food. Touch. Good boy, I got a little lick there, but almost wanted to blow me off. All right, remember? Touch. Yes, good boy. Touch. Good job, sir. There you go. And then we'll get one with a little movement. Get it. Benny, touch. Good boy. So playing that flying cookie game where you toss your cookie, he goes and gets it, and then ask for a hand target to get him back into you. Good boy, sir. All right, ready? Get it. Benny, sit. Good job, buddy. Just make sure he's in his position when you feed him. Good boy. So this week, really working on duration in this position. Good job, sir. Get it. Benny, sit. Good. So clicking and feeding that initial sit, and then coming in with some follow-up cookies as long as he stays in that position. And he is still popping up a little to try and get that food. Get it. So just make sure the food is delivered again when 4 paws are on the ground. All right, Bubba. I know. We're gonna work on our downs next. Down. Good boy. So warming him up with food. Down. Good job, sir. No food. Down. Just watch that butt. Good boy. So with his down, that third rep, I did not have any food in my hand. I still made pinchy fingers as if I did. Down. Good. And notice how when I go to reach to get the food, Benny pops out of his down. It's okay for now. Hopefully the more we practice this, we will get out of that. But just make sure that when you do deliver the food, get him back into that down position. Good boy, wild man. Good boy, wild man. Yeah. All right, do you want to try that again? We'll do one more time. Down. Good boy. Oh, I lost a cookie. No food. Down. Boy. Good job, sir. Get it. Good boy, buddy. Yeah. All right, and then with our mat this week, we were working on step 2 and moved on to step 3. So I'm gonna get Benny on his mat that he's so excited about. Go to your mat. Good boy. So minimum requirement is that he puts himself in a sit. Good job, sir. Get it. Benny, go to your mat. Good boy. And then the next step that we started working on this week was taking some steps away. So simple step back. Good boy. And as long, oop, I missed that one. There you go, buddy. As long as he doesn't get up or leave the mat, we'll click and come back and feed him. Good job. Get it. Benny, go to your mat. Oh, what a good man putting yourself in a down. Good job, bud. So step back in a different direction. Good job, sir. Get it. Benny, go to your mat. Good. And then another thing to remember, so right now I'm kind of doing awkward steps back. We want to make sure that I can also turn my back on him. Good boy. So cookie for duration, and then practice turning. Look over your shoulder, make sure he's still there. Good boy. From there we would add the turn, look to see that he's there. One step. Good boy. That way we can walk, get it, more naturally out of a room versus just backing out. Good job, buddy. All right. Ready? Get it. Next thing that we're going to work on is going to be his crate. Good job, sir. So this week with the crate, we're working on loading him in 4 paws, having that door shut, and same thing as the mat, trying to get a step away. Benny, kennel. Good boy. So click and cookie for 4 paws in. Click and cookie for the door being shut. Then I'm going to just come in with some follow-up cookies for him sitting in there nicely. Good boy. And then our release cookie. Food is ready. I'm not opening this until he's settled though. Get it. So settled, he's not jumping or pawing at the gate. What a good boy. Click and cookie for closing the door. And then just step away. Good job, sir. Boy. One more time. Good job, Bobs. And then again, we'll go to open this door. He's wiggly, but he's sitting, not leaving. Good boy. Get it. Benny, kennel. Good job, sir. Good boy. Go in a different direction. Good job. Here I'm limited to the space that we have, but at home feel free to build on getting further and further and eventually getting out of the room completely. Get it. Good boy, bud. I know we're done with that. Yeah, you did good. All right, what's next? You taking a water break? Where are you? Hi, Benny. Hi, my good man. Yeah. All right, let's get your harness on, sir. Good boy, bud. What's all the smells? Good job. That's not for you. All right, so Benny now has his harness on. I just used a little raised surface over there to make it easier, setting him on something and then putting his harness on. So this week we are no longer dragging our leash. He's just gonna run circles right now. We're gonna practice holding the leash and having him follow the food lure. I know, sir, you know more food is coming. All right, so I have my clicker and the loop of the leash in my left hand, and my food is in that right hand. That way Benny can eat while we walk. Good. Benny, good job, bud. Get it. Benny. Boy. So he's feeling that leash pressure a little. Go this way, sir. Get it. Benny. Boy. Ready? I want you to go this way so you don't get tangled. Get it. Benny. Good boy. Good job. So really just getting him used to having this leash attached. I know, we're gonna take it off now. Good job. Up in the air, so he is getting a little tangled in it. He feels it now coming behind him, versus last week how it was just dragging on the ground. Good boy, sir. All right. You're doing good on time. Yeah. And then the last thing that we're going to work on is going to be our handling. So this week for handling, we reviewed everything that we've worked on the last few weeks. Everything that we're doing, we're building duration on. So how long we're holding under his belly, counting to hopefully at least 5 seconds. I am having some pressure. Good boy. I know you love the food so much. Good boy, buddy. Yeah, good job. Holding his tail up. Yes. Good job. Want him to be this way versus his body swinging out. Playing with those ears, again, getting my finger at that opening, adding some massage, mimicking that ear cleaning. Yes, good boy. This is a small piece. Get it. Do the same thing with the other ear. It's in my hand, sir. Hey, come here. Good job. So adding the ear massage. Yes, good boy, Benny. And then continuing practicing getting in his mouth. You're so wiggly. Yes, good boy. Get it. Good job, sir. Yes, good boy. And then for our equipment, so continuing with our brush. This week with the brush, we introduced the bristly side. That's rude, sir. So bristles, swipe down the back. Good job. The bristle side, approaching his chest. Good boy. And then the bristle side up near his head. Ideally, your paws get off my leg. Good boy. Get it. I know. And then with our nail trimmers this week, For Benny, I do recommend that we have 2 people for this. So someone to be the food feeder. So having him with licky food, kibble food, but someone who's focused solely on keeping his attention on the food, while someone can have both of their hands to work on nails. He's a young puppy, he's just a little wiggly, so we'll need that until he learns to just stay a little bit more still. So with the nail trimmers this week, really just building the duration of how long these trimmers are on his paws. Good boy. And then also playing with the nails themselves. So once the nail trimmers are on those paws, then we will start to play with the individual toes, what's called isolating a toenail. So finding that toenail and then really touching it, squeezing it a little to mimic the nail trimmer. Good boy. And then just make sure to repeat that with all 4 paws. Good job, Bubba. All right. And then our newest thing that we worked on this week was introducing a noisy piece of grooming equipment. Similar to the brush, the nail trimmers, I'm just going to start by bringing it to his body. My clipper blades are off at this point. I definitely don't want to give him any funny haircuts. What the heck? Come here. Yeah, good boy. Same thing as the brush though. I'm going to go down his back. I'm going to approach his chest. I need a refill on the food. And then up towards his head. Good boy, sir. All right. The next thing we did with the clipper blades was to have him get used to the sound. So the way that we'll do that is they will start on behind my back. Once they turn on, then I'm going to start slowly dropping food for him. After maybe 4 or 5 pieces, I will then turn off my clipper blades, set them out for him to, I like that you offered that down, good boy. He's like, what do you want right now? Put out those clipper blades for him to check out if he wants to. Good, so clipper blades are on. Tossing that food to really get some movement. Good boy. Good job, sir. He could care less about the clipper blades. He's all about the food. So for him, we progressed pretty quickly into having the clipper blades come out more so they're louder. Good boy. Oh, I dropped 2. You're lucky. Notice how he isn't even looking at those. He's just all about the food. Doesn't care. Oh, bonk in the head. Doesn't care about those at all. Similar concept to when you start introducing the blow dryer. So with the blow dryer, maybe even in a different room for that one, turn the blow dryer on. Once that's on, food drops. Once the blow dryer turns off, the food stops. And then gradually we'll bring the blow dryer closer and closer with the air facing away. After they're used to that, then we'll play at a distance, the air facing towards them. You were very fun to work with, sir. And that's it for Benny's week 3 recap. Good job, Papa. Yeah.